I see truth internally. I just have a lot of difficulty putting it into words. Case in point, it's not far-fetched to think that the QAnon thing was a psychological operation. They tried to make it seem that there was good versus evil within the military. Alex Jones pushed it. This other lady pushed it. I forget her name. I'll try to find the screenshot. I've put it up before. Steve Piesnik was in the military. He was spreading this type of crap through Alex Jones. Why is it crazy to ask if Alex Jones is a agent? Hal Turner. Is it crazy to ask if Hal Turner was an FBI informant? Is that a conspiracy theory? Obviously, I'm putting out the bizarro comment on Hal Turner, who was proven to be an FBI informant. Oh yeah, I got some video to share. I'm going to try a new system. Not really going to take notes. I got the downloads. I'm not going to worry about forgetting or not including what I wish went into it. I'm talking about the future in which this becomes a video. This is just the beginning ramble part. To get started, I tend to start slow and then find my voice by the end of it. I've already got some stuff downloaded. So I'm just going to start the process in which I start to make the movie. So I'm going to take out chunks from the video. This I'll put on pause. I'll work on the video part. Then I'll come back to here and I'll talk about it. I'll set it up, something. And then it becomes mechanical for the editing. And then it's put together. I ended up with 2 master's degrees. One was in high school social studies. So I do have teaching skills, and I also got a master's in social theory from University College Cork in Ireland. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I ended up with the time and inclination to study the internet since approximately 2006 into 2007. The unforeseen circumstance was that I have Asperger's. They got rid of that phrase. I think they had a little problem with Hans Asperger. I'm not sure if he was anti-Nazi or pro-Nazi. It's murky for history. Or they think they want it all in the one batch, the one spectrum. I am estimating about 1 to 2 million adults are walking around in society with Asperger's and they don't know it. All you have to do is crunch some numbers. It's not that tough to end up at about 2 million people undiagnosed with autism. The problem with that spectrum thing is that if someone like myself, for example, even though it's obvious I'm eccentric and awkward, it would not be obvious that I have Asperger's. But I'm digressing. I'm going to go to those videos and I'll be back in a second. I'm going with the idea that because I was able to have perfect pitch with the baritone horn back in the day, that I can also have perfect pitch speaking. Sometimes I try to sing and I'm sort of confident that it wasn't that bad. I am going with the logic that due to having that educational background and a unique biographical backstory, that I will be able to generate videos worthy of folks watching. There's a common thread that I am supplying, that I am putting forth. It has already been articulated. It's out there. One could do this with Krishnamurti. I did that to Krishnamurti. Now I'm saying it's got to be at the point where whatever I am has now been established. That's why I continue. I'm not a narcissist. I'm able to say things and not laugh. Or I'm able to say things with the gift of the gab, the Irish blarney. I live there. I'm able to take the piss out of stuff. I could tell a joke and not laugh. The Asperger's means I'm able to have a stone face if I want to. I relate to Stephen Wright, if that makes any sense. The craziest, I put craziest in quotes, but the craziest thing I probably believe in is that we didn't go to the moon. I'm not positive on that, but I'm getting the feeling, yeah, no one went to the moon. It never happened. But I'm not sure on that one. Oh, chemtrails, I think, are definitely true. I will come forward. I did come forward. I studied it. I became very involved with that topic. And that I definitely believe in. So that would be the craziest shite that I support. Otherwise, I don't believe in aliens. My overall message is probably the craziest thing, to go with the moon thing. And what's the other one? The chemtrails. I don't believe in Bigfoot. It would be a big bear or something. I'm their COINTELPRO guy. I've been saying that stuff pretty much since I've been on the internet. I was a disciple, or what the F, of Finton Dunn. His forum was like the first one just about it that I joined and got involved on. It was ridiculous. I've known pretty much since I got on the internet, within a year or two, that it's all LARPing. I'm that guy. I pointed it out with Brad Blog. It wasn't just me. But anyway, for this point, that point, and all the rest of the points is why I continue. I'm not apologizing for any of this, and I'm not into debating anything either. I'll do some dialogue, but I'm looking for relevant stuff, not, I don't know what to say, but I do not trust social media one bit. There's no platform in which to expose the multi-channel shill racket scam. There's nowhere to go. Everything is controlled or too spread out. There's nothing. They took away the internet from us. Okay, one video here I have to share is Convo Couch promoting Tim Pool. You can't make this stuff up. So what I said the other days turns out to be vindicated mere days later. I said it's the right and the left. They're trying to control everything. They're all trying to keep us in this looping system. Convo Couch promoting Tim Pool. I'll add some of that right here. That's one thing on today's show. Okay, I've got some H.A. Goodman. He can't seem to make up his mind about whether to wear the winter hat or to go without it. He's also got this new strategy of chucking his hands around in space, moving them all over, around and about, and to the yin and to the yang. He wants to distract people from noticing his face is so fascinatingly out of control. So yes, I'll share some of that. I'll crop it out, and then you'll see, through a few examples, that I'm not just saying stuff. I'm just looking at what videos I have to share. It's later in the day. I downloaded these and watched, looked through them, skim. I don't listen to H.A. Goodman. I put him on mute, and then I just study his face. I could probably get a job with some type of medical office or psychiatry place and diagnose people with tardive dyskinesia. Maybe with a bit of training, I could become an expert at saying, oh yeah, that movement right there was caused by alcohol, etc., so forth, all the rest of it. We have 2 more videos to watch here, or to take clips from, to share with you guys and ladies. Guys means guys and ladies, sorry. This is the celebrity portion of the show. Alright, we'll go with the boring guy first. This is Jordan Peterson on with his daughter. He's attacking conspiracy theories. He's acting like an FBI, CIA agent, this Jordan Peterson guy. So hopefully I'll be able to find a clip on that. I remember it. This is why I'm better off taking notes and to streamline my shtick, because it gets kind of tough if I'm not writing down exact notes and exact timestamps. So I'm in between attempting to put together great masterpieces with the concept of mailing it in. The final video I have here to share should be fun, the most fun, or maybe not fun, but it's Frank Zappa. This is from the mid-'80s. This is proof that he was on Benzos. Frank Zappa was against drugs. He was never on them. He didn't smoke weed. He didn't do cocaine. He didn't do any drugs. I believe him that he said that. Dana Plato was probably lying quite a bit when she said she hadn't done drugs in over 10 years. the illegal stuff. But I do think, if I had to guess on Dana Plato, I'd say she got some type of prescription drug deal going, and that she was trying to get off of the hardcore illegal stuff. She definitely was reaching out for help when Stern was just trying to talk dirty to her. It was really disgusting, but that was another video. I've already done that. So we're looking at Zappa, and one can see that he's on the drugs because those facial movements, those involuntary facial movements, sorry that I'm awkward and cringy and whatever. I'm not trying to be, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not that awkward and cringy. Zappa had Asperger's. I heard Zappa was working with mercury as a kid. His dad was in the military and he was bringing him home mercury to work on. So there's an explanation for why Frank Zappa was so demented. It doesn't explain why he was a genius with music. The Asperger's would do that. And I'm not saying I'm a genius because I have Asperger's, but it's quite possible. I'm not going to deny that part of it. If I have to accept the negatives of Asperger's, then I'm taking that other stuff too. I already know that my IQ's fairly up there. Not that I really believe in that too much. I never did believe in it too much. There's a definite racist component to it. There was a semantic. There was a shtick. There was a game to it. You could game it. So Zappa was clearly on the Benzos. Those are a type of drug that people can feel as if they're not a drug addict. They're under the impression they're safe. The psychiatrists are clearly popping those pills and addicted to them. They have the worst tardive dyskinesia of them all. Frank Zappa was not on the drugs. He was not doing coke or pot. I already said that, so I'm just repeating on that. And to wrap this up, he was on the Benzos. He was on those anti-anxiety pills. The guy was a workaholic. He probably wanted sleeping pills, something that would help him sleep. So Frankie was probably on lithium. Oh, he had that accident too. Or not the accident, when he got crippled at the concert. He got a little hurt. He got very hurt. The smoke on the water thingy. So that led to Zappa going on the hard drugs. He's like a house. He's a house. Remember that show, House? The British guy who can sound like he's American? Unfortunately, I'm not an American who can sound British. And that's the show. That's it. I get nothing else. I get nothing left. I could go on and on. I could just keep la-da-da, la-da-da-da, like 1,000 pages. That James Joyce nonsense. Then you got stuffy English professors going, oh, James Joyce was a genius. Give me a frickin' break. Eric Fromm was a genius, though. I'll vouch for that kid. For Tokyo Shemp News. I'm getting out of the medium. F the system. It's conformist. Go F yourselves if you think I care. I'm getting the F off of social media.
I figure our documentary could show the terrible things that could happen to you, to one who became dependent on them.
What terrible things?
Well, for one thing, you could end up looking like this.
I presume that our documentary would also show the many cases where one was not addicted to sleeping pills.
Well, that would depend on how often one had taken them, Mary.
Suppose one had taken them every night for 2 weeks with no sign of addiction.
Mary, taking them every night for 2 weeks is addiction. How'd you like to put cold cream on this every night?
You got some explaining to do, Lucy.
It's such a terrible shame. You don't know what you're saying.
You do not scare me, Mr. Baldwin. Can't carry on. For you to lean on. To lean on.